Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Timwe Presents. Today we have a very colorful and symbolic puzzle for you from the KTANE Puzzle Plethora. Today's puzzle is called Symbols with Enigmatic Traits. And I'm very intrigued by this. These symbols do not look like any symbols that I know from any KTANE module. Of course it's possible they could be from one, but Let's see what we can do. So obviously we have our answer code ready, which we will use later to check our answer. But the first thing I'm drawn to is these four clues here. Because I think that Yugoslavian dictator might be Amin, Idi Amin. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's Josip Broz Tito. Okay, Tito then. So I suspect that they're all four-letter words. An article not all heroes wear, I'm gonna say, is a cape. And the only four-letter season is, of course, the American word for autumn, which is fall. Ilhan, I don't think I've ever heard that word. Omar, okay. Ilhan Omar is an American politician serving as the representative for Minnesota. I see. I may have actually heard of her, because she was one of the, yeah, anyway. I don't want to go into too much detail there. So I'd noticed that these clues give us four words, but I was kind of hoping that I would read something else vertically, but that doesn't seem to. Except maybe if you read this upwards, you get lore, but that's just as likely to be a coincidence. So let's take a look at the rest of the puzzle. So one other thing that I notice is that these sort of corner pieces that you see here and boxes, they look very much like pigpen cipher. So I'm going to decode this, and I'm going to assume that when it straddles a dot, that this is intended to hint at a pigpen cipher letter with a dot in it. So this one here would be JKLMNOP. The second box doesn't have a letter in it. This one here would be E, and then no letter. This is H. That would be in the next row, right? So that's an H, and then we have A, B, C, D. That's a D. That's an A, and then nothing. That would be a C, and then we have, that is an R. That is two letters after the P that we had earlier. This is a B, then nothing, A, B, C, D, E, F, then nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. Now this is very interesting because I noticed that the letters A, B, C, D, E, F are in order, but then we have a P and an R, which actually strongly suggests that the dots are not actually relevant, and that the P is in fact supposed to be a G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yes, that would be a G, and then this would be an I. So this is what I'm going with, and so I assume that these pigpen characters give us some kind of ordering. But now we need to figure out what these symbols are and what they mean. Well, I've already had another thought while I was talking, which is that the title, Symbols with Enigmatic Traits, has three capital letters, S-E-T, and that is, in fact, a module. However, the symbols aren't from the set module, but instead, I think what's going on here is that we use the rules of set, which is inspired by a card game called Set. Although that card game also doesn't use these symbols, but that the principle is that every entry in this table has several properties. And one of these properties is the specific symbol. You will notice that these two symbols, they're the same symbol, just different colors. Here we have three of the same symbol, two of them in the same color. So the symbol is one of the traits. The color would be another trait. The dots around the symbol, as in the color of the dots around the symbols, could be another trait. And that would give us three traits. So, Okay, so I just realized that I can use this A, B, C, D, E, etc. to perhaps extract letters from this grid. So let's actually do that first. I get A, T, T. That is where the M is. And then E, no, that's a P. And then the F is... that looks like it's supposed to say attempt, so maybe I missed a letter. A, T... Sorry, A, T, T, M, P. I did not miss a letter. Then we have F, and then G is up here, that's a C, and then H is an O, and I is an I. Okay. Let me just quickly see if I can anagram this, if I can get something. No, apparently not. Impact of T, yeah, I don't think that's it. Okay, so that's interesting, so maybe that's not it. Alright, so now let's try to find sets. So we've got, how many symbols are there even? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, there's definitely more than 3 different types of symbols. There are 3 different colors, there are 3 different colors of dots around, but the symbols, maybe the symbols consist of 2 pieces each, and those are the 2 other criteria. So for example, this one has a little cross, and that one also has a little cross. But I can't see a third one unless the middle of this one here counts as a cross. And the other symbols all seem to have a component that is round. Okay, well, this is very strange. Okay. Let's think about just the 3 that we're sure about, which is the color of the symbol and the color of the dots around. So we're trying to find a set of 3 entries in which, like, for example, this, and this. The symbols all have the same colors, they're all purple, purplish blue, and the dots around them all have different colors. You can see this one is purple, this one is orange, and this one is green. I'm starting to wonder if that particular choice of colors of purple, green, and orange might be a reference to another module. Let me just quickly do a Google. If I Google for purple, green, and orange on the site, and let's just see if a particular module comes up that has literally just those 3 colors and not, you know, several other colors listed around it. Let's see. Yeah, okay, it's looking like... Oh! Okay, graphic memory has... Okay, has some rules regarding... Hang on. Yeah, so green, orange, and purple are indeed one of the... Right, but then here they are mixed up with the other 3, which are red, blue, and yellow. Oh, wait a second, red, blue, and yellow, that is exactly the colors of the shapes. Assuming this purplish blue is actually supposed to be a blue, which is reasonable. So maybe graphic memory... It says it takes 2 to make a thing go right. It takes 2 to make a thing go right. Whew. Well, that doesn't seem to hint at graphic memory. Right, let's go through this list a little more and just see if there is another module that may fit. Nonogram. Interesting. Yellow, orange, green, purple, red. This is the same set of colors. Wait, how many unique colors are there in Nonogram? Let's take a look at this. There are exactly these 6. That is... Whew, that strongly suggests that might just be a coincidence. Let's see, Simon Forgets. What is this? Alright, okay, that one uses other colors, including white and pink, so that's not it. Okay, so none of the other modules, or in none of the modules, even the ones that I did find, feel like the flavor text hints at them. It takes two to make a thing go right. Make a thing go right. Alright, and this is where Google starts listing the PDFs, so I guess we're through. Well, it takes two. Well, Nonogram always has two colors in each square, because there's the toggle button that allows you to switch between them. But why make a thing go right? Is it talking about going in the direction of right, opposite of left? Or is it go right as in not go wrong? Right, okay, so the reference to set is pretty unassailable. So let me see how many sets I can find. Let's just see if I can find... In fact, let's do them in the order that the letters here are. Wait, why are there exactly 9? You see, there are 16 squares in the grid, and there are 9 pigpen letters. Which means that there are 7 additional things left. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wait. 16 minus 9 is 7, isn't it? Oh, there's a pigpen thing there. That's right. Okay, so these are the 7 that don't have a pigpen letter. Oh, and that itself forms the pigpen letter J, which is the 10th letter after the 9 letters that we've had. Is that a coincidence? I think not. But I'm still not sure how that ties in with set. So let's see. All right, let's start with A. So this one here. So we're looking either for 2 other blues, or 2 other. Okay, let's see. So there are no 2 others that have both blue symbol and orange dot. Let's see. All the other blue. There we go. So these, no, wait, those have 2 of the same symbol, and this one has the same color of dot. This one, however, right. So I still don't know how to interpret the symbol, but at least in terms of the color of the symbol, these are all the same, and the colors of the dots mean these are all different. And that wouldn't make this a valid set, assuming that these are the only criteria that we're looking at. But it might not be. I'm so confused by this. So why did we have this 4x4? We can get rid of the clues there because we've solved that. But why do we have this 4x4 square of letters? And reading them in this order didn't really help us, or didn't give us anything. Maybe I shouldn't have erased this. I'm just quickly going to put it back. We had M, P, and then F, G, H. That would be F, C, O, and then I. Okay, so let's take a look at the one that... Right, we already did look at the one that's in A, so I did form a set with these. Yeah, I really need to figure out what these symbols mean. Otherwise... Yeah, that seems to be crucial to this puzzle. It takes 2 to make a thing go right. Well, maybe this is telling me that there are really only 2 criteria, which is the color of the symbol and the color of the dots around the symbol, but I strongly suspect that there are too many too many sets with that. Alright, so I just had another thought, which is that we found this set, and this involves the A and the B, and this one here is the one that doesn't have a pigpen thing. So let's write down the letter that is in that position, and that is an A. I mean the letter in this grid here in the corresponding position. And now let's take a look at B and C, which would be those 2. And then the third one would have to have a red symbol with purple dots, and that seems to be the only one. However, that one does have a pigpen letter, but let's just go with it. That would be an I. Okay, and then we have C and D. That would be those two. So now we're looking for a yellow symbol with red dots around it, and that doesn't exist. Sorry, not red, purple, but still, that doesn't exist. So that theory is not it, or at least not in that order, right? So I was looking at the one that has pigpen A and B, and then I tried B and C, and then I tried C and D, and C and D is where I got stuck. Okay, so let's see. Let me remind myself how many unique symbols there are. Okay, so there is this wheel, which exists only once, and then there is this, which exists another time here. That is the same as that. This is the same as that. That is also the only occurrence of that symbol, and so is this. These three are unique. Okay, so this occurs twice. That occurs, sorry, I meant to keep that marked. This one occurs 3 times and we've already had that. This occurs twice. This occurs twice. And that occurs twice, and we've already had that up here. This occurs twice. Okay, so there are 4 symbols that occur only once, and 1 symbol that occurs 3 times, namely this one. And everything else occurs twice. Right, so there are 4, 7, 9. There are 9 symbols that occur exactly once, and the pigpen happens to go exactly. Right, let's see if I mark this instead of that, and this instead of that, and this instead of that. Now I have selected all of the pigpen symbols. That can't be a coincidence, right? So if I were to, how about this? If I were to assign these symbols in this order, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so each of the letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I, go with a unique symbol. So let's call this one here I guess I'll call it the snake. This one I'll call the, I'll just say triangle, that's clear enough, because none of the others has a triangle. This one, this reminds me of the Sikhism symbol. Sikhism, perhaps. Whoops. Ah, yeah, indeed, that is kind of reminiscent of that. Alright, let's close graphic memory and nonogram again. Yeah, so I'm just gonna call it that. And then D is this sun symbol. E is, yeah, let's just call it a cross, I guess. And then F is this tiles pattern. G is this isn't this the wheel of Dharma? I'm suddenly thinking maybe all of these are symbols of religions. Yeah, that is, hang on, does that look like it? It looks reasonably similar, doesn't it? Yeah, not completely. This actually looks more like a steering wheel on a ship. But still, it's kind of making me wonder whether all of these are symbols for some religion or other, and that I might just not. So let's just grab some random religion that I've barely heard of. Baha'i symbol. Pin on faith. Okay, so Baha'i apparently is a 9-pointed star. Okay, so let's find some other random religion. Zoroastrianism. That's not tattoo. Okay, so that is not reminiscent of any of these. So maybe I'm on the wrong path with that. Alright, well anyway, so let's keep going. Hotel, this is, I don't know what this is, Ladybug. and then I, which is this one here. I'm just gonna call that a pinwheel, I guess. And now, I don't even know what I was trying to do. I mean, oh yeah, now I remember what I was going to do. So, see, the thing is, since we have 9 letters and in Pigpen they're arranged as a 3 by 3 square, I was actually going to arrange these in a 3 by 3 square, and then consider the rows and columns of that square to be the, let's just call that Dharma, I guess, to be the other 2 criteria. So let's see if we can find a set with that. Okay, so this one here would be, hang on, that was the Wheel of Dharma. Yes, that's right. In fact, the ones that have Pigpen on them, I can tell where in the 3 by 3 grid they should be. But, okay, so let's see if we can find, right, so if I were to take these, for example, right, the green dots, they're all the same colors, the symbols are all different colors, but you will notice that the snake and the Dharma are both in the left column, so this would not count. If I do this one instead, then the symbols are now fine because they form this diagonal here, but the dots in the corners do not. Okay, so let's go through the entire grid and make sure that we find all of the sets. So here we're looking for the Wheel of Dharma and the what did I call that? Tiles. So we need a triangle in yellow, and we don't have that. Okay, so those are not a set. What about this? So here we have Dharma in the cross, so we need the Sikhism symbol with a green dot, and we don't have that. What about this? We now have Dharma in snake, so we need the sun in blue. The sun only exists in red and yellow, so that's not it. What about the ladybug? So Dharma in ladybug, so we need the pinwheel, and we need that in yellow. But now the dots around them have 2 greens and 1 orange, so that's not it either. The Wheel of Dharma and the sun require a snake, and we need a blue snake with green dots. That is also not it. Hoi, hoi, hoi. So now we have Dharma and snake, so we need the sun, and we need a yellow sun with purple dots, which doesn't exist. Then we have Dharma and pinwheel, so we need the ladybug. Does that work? No, because we have 2 greens and... Yep. Alright, Sikhism is this one here, and the Wheel of Dharma, so the cross. We need a blue cross, bingo. So this is our first set. Now how do I write this down? I'll write this down as coordinates, A1, A3, and C4. And the letters, Pigpen letter, no, not the Pigpen letters, I want the letters from this grid here, would be C, T, and L. Yeah, not quite sure right now how to interpret that. Okay, let's keep going. Whoops, does this form a set? We need orange dots around a red symbol. Yeah, I should have checked which symbol first. We need the ladybug. Okay, so it's not that. Dharma and triangle gives us tiles. We want yellow tiles. That doesn't exist. Okay, Dharma and cross means we need Sikhism, and we need it in red, so that doesn't exist. Dharma and tiles means we need triangle, and we need that in red. That doesn't exist. Dharma and sun requires snake in red. Doesn't exist. Dharma and snake means sun. We need the sun in yellow now. Aha! Oh no, the dots around it still don't match, or don't work. So this is Dharma and triangle, which leaves tiles, so we need yellow tiles. We don't have those. Okay, next pair. Right, this is going to continue for a while. We're going to have tiles and cross, so we need a sun in blue. We don't have that. Tiles and snake require ladybug. That's the wrong color. Tiles and ladybug therefore require snake, so we want a snake like this, but with green dots, and neither of them have green dots. Tiles and sun requires the cross in red, but the dots don't work. Then we have tiles and snake. That requires the ladybug, and the dots don't work. Okay, so it's not that. Tiles and what is this? Pinwheel. So we require the Sikhism symbol, which is only in yellow, so nope. That would therefore require a red pinwheel, which we do have, but the colors of the dots don't work. Okay, so that would therefore require the Sikhism, and the colors of the dots still don't work. Tiles and triangle require Dharma, which is this one here, that's not in blue. Then we have tiles and cross, that requires a sun in yellow, which we do have, but the dots don't work. Okay. I'm starting to wonder if maybe this is the only set that we can find. Okay, so 2 tiles would require another tile, so we don't have that. Tiles and sun require cross. In yellow, we don't have that. Tiles and snake require ladybug. The colors of the dots around don't work. We have 2 purples and 1 orange, so no. And then we have tiles and triangle. That would give us Dharma, and we don't have that in blue. Alright, next 2. This is a cross and a snake, so that would require the pinwheel in red and with green dots, and this one doesn't have green dots, so nope. Then we have this ladybug. Okay, ladybug with a cross that requires a triangle in blue with purple dots. I have found a second set. Okay, so this second set consists of Charlie 1, Alpha 2, and Delta 4, and the letters from the 4x4 grid here are POL. Alright. Next one. So here we have cross and sun. We need tiles in red, which is that, but we need it with green dots. Let's see, cross and snake requires pinwheel in blue, we don't have that. Cross and pinwheel therefore requires snake in red, we don't have that. Cross and Sikhism requires Dharma in red. Yep, the dots don't match or don't work. Here we have a pinwheel and a cross, so we need a snake in yellow, and that the dots don't work again. Cross and triangle. Ladybug. Okay, again, dots are not green. 2 crosses requires a third cross. Cross and tiles require sun in yellow. But again, the dots don't work. So this requires tiles in yellow, so that doesn't work. Cross and snake requires pinwheel. Nope. Cross and triangle requires ladybug. That one works. Aha. So we have another possible set. C1, A2. Whoa, that... Oh, of course. Yeah, of course I would encounter the same set again because... so I can actually abbreviate this because every time that I move on to the next one, or rather every time I try to find one, it needs to be after, the one that I've just placed. Okay, so now we have snake and ladybug, so we need tiles in red, that's here. That is not a valid set because of the dot colors. Excuse me. Snake and sun requires Dharma. That would be this one. Aha! Bingo! That is also a valid... No, wait, that's not Dharma, that's pinwheel. This one is Dharma, and that's not yellow. So that doesn't work. We have 2 snakes. That requires a third snake. We don't have that in red. Snake and pinwheel requires cross. We don't have that in yellow. Sikhism, snake, triangle. We don't have that in yellow. Snake and pinwheel requires cross. That one? No, cross. I said cross. Right, but still, dots don't work. Okay. We have snake and triangle. So we require Sikhism. There is no Sikhism after this. Then we have snake and cross. that requires a pinwheel. Snake and tiles requires Ladybug. Snake and sun requires Dharma, we don't have that. Two snakes, we don't have that. And then snake and triangle requires seek. Oh, right. When I get to the end, I can stop there already. Alright. Ladybug and sun requires Sikhism, and we don't have that in red. Ladybug and snake, that requires tiles. We have that here, but the dots don't match, and also I'm looking for things below. So Ladybug and pinwheel requires Dharma. Again, Dharma is up there, but you know, I'm looking for things that come after. Ladybug and Sikhism requires sun. We do have a sun, but the colors of the dots don't match. Alright, Ladybug and pinwheel requires Dharma. Ladybug and triangle requires a cross. But that's up here. We don't want that. Then we have Ladybug and cross. So obviously that requires the triangle then, and we don't have that in yellow. Ladybug and tiles is next, which requires snake in yellow. Nope. Okay, so here, okay, so I can already see that these are not a set, and these are not a set because of color, and these are not a set because of color. So I think I can abbreviate this. Alright, so let's see, sun and snake, Dharma, nope. Sun and pinwheel, triangle, not available in yellow. Sun and Sikhism, Ladybug, nope. Sun and... Right, so I can already tell that none of these will work because of the colors of the dots, so I can skip that. Here I would need a red symbol with green dots, so let's see if that works. Sun and triangle, that would require pinwheel, but we don't have that down here. We do have this one, but again, the dots don't work. This one requires a blue symbol with green dots, we don't have that. Blue symbol with purple dots, we do have two of those, so let's see. Sun and tiles requires cross. Cross was this one, so no, that's not working, and then obviously two suns require another sun, and then these would have the wrong color, so we can move on. This requires a red symbol with purple dots, which would only be this, so let's see if snake, oh, that would be the same symbol as that, so no. Now we need a red symbol with purple dots, so let's see if that works. We have snake and Dharma, that requires sun, so no, that doesn't work. And there are no other red symbols with orange dots. This requires a yellow symbol, we don't have any more yellow symbols, and these are all repeats of the blue symbol, so that's done. We don't have any more yellow symbols. This is the same symbol. Right, could this combination work? Let's see. Pinwheel and triangle requires a sun. So that, bingo, this is actually a set. So let's write that down. Delta 2, Charlie 3, and Bravo 4. And that gives us RTA. Okay, I'm still not seeing a word forming, especially with CTL. It doesn't seem, if anything, it would be, you know, it could straddle two words. Like you could have act and then something with L, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Although I'm not particularly hopeful that we'll get more sets, because after this one, this requires a blue with green dots. We don't have that. This requires a blue with purple dots. We do have that, but we've already had pinwheel, so it's unlikely. Yeah, it's Sikhism, we don't need that. We don't have that. And then those don't work, so let's try this. Is this a set? Oh, that would surprise me. So let's see, Sikhism and pinwheel requires tiles, so no. That's not a set. This would require a red with purple dots, which we don't have. This requires a blue with purple dots, which we do have. So let's quickly check that. We have Sikhism, cross, and it requires Dharma, which we don't have, at least not down here. This one would require a blue with orange dot. This requires a blue with purple dot. So I guess I can check this one quickly. That requires the Ladybug, so no, that's not a set, and obviously those are not a set. Next. Alright, the rest will hopefully go a bit quicker. We don't have any more yellows, so if anything, it would be 3 reds or 3 blues from here on out, and I can already tell it's not the blues. So let's see, pinwheel and cross would require something with orange dots, so it would have to be the tiles. Pinwheel and cross requires snake, however, so it's not that. Pinwheel with tiles, Sikhism, nope. And finally, pinwheel with sun requires triangles, so no, but this is finally. Cross and tiles requires sun. But those both have green dots, so I could have seen that straight away. So I believe that I found all of the sets, at least according to my theory, that this, the pigpen things make them form this triangle, this square. So let's see if I can anagram this, although I highly doubt it because there are only 2 vowels. Oops, I forgot to put the anagram. Yeah, okay, that doesn't form anything. Total and then CLPR. No. Okay, let me just very quickly verify that the sets that I have are actually sets. Colors check out, and Dharma, Sikhism, and... Oh, this doesn't check out. Dharma, Sikhism requires cross, and not triangle. Ooh, I made a mistake there, so this isn't even a set. And this is particularly annoying because, oh, wait a second, it says Charlie 4. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we do have a snake, so that's good. I was about to say that, if I made a mistake in finding them, I probably also made a mistake in skipping some. So here the colors check out, the dots check out, and the symbols are cross, ladybug, and triangle. Yep, that works. And then the last one was D2, C3, and B4. D2, C3, and B4. Yep, colors check out, dots check out, and the sun, the triangle, and the pinwheel checks out. Okay, so this is as far as I can get. Let's think about some other things. It says it takes 2 to make a thing go right. Why would it say it takes 2, but there are 3 sets in this arrangement? Why would it say it takes 2? I mean, my theory at the initially was that it would just be 2 criteria, but we've now found 4. Or at least we think we found 4, because obviously the pigpen thing is still just a guess. Okay. Okay, so I just checked whether these clues are in alphabetical order, and they are not, which suggests that this is the correct order. And the answers that come out are also not in alphabetical order, so I do not think that I need to reorder these in any way. Let's take a look at... Yeah, I'm still irritated by the fact that the symbols that don't have a pigpen letter form the 10th pigpen letter. It could totally be a coincidence, because honestly, if it were intentional, it would probably have been something like this, but then that would be 8, so that wouldn't even work. You would have to have 7, so it does make sense. Oh, yeah. Given that I found 3 sets, I'm wondering whether there is an obvious way to sort them, like whether they have some kind of inherent order. But I can't think of one. I've already tried anagramming the whole thing, like all 9 letters of them. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm stuck at this point. I've spent quite a lot of time finding these sets. I sincerely hope that that wasn't in vain. I sincerely hope that that was the right way to find the sets. So, I'm gonna go and ask for a hint, or at least I'm going to ask for confirmation if I'm on the right track. And then I'm gonna ask for a hint. So I will be right back. And we're back again, and here's the thing. I could have solved this puzzle without consulting with the authors, because I made a mistake. This first one, Alpha 1, Alpha 3, Charlie 4, is not actually a set, because this thing here is not a cross, it's a snake. And Dharma, snake, and Sikhism just doesn't fit. So that is not actually a set. It turns out there are only two sets, and if we mark these coordinates, Alpha 2, Delta 4, and then Delta 2, Charlie 3, and Bravo 4, and then read the corresponding letters from this grid, in reading order, they form the word portal. So let's quickly check this answer. Let's use our answer checker here. Let's put the answer code here and put the word portal. Bingo, that is the right answer. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm sorry I couldn't solve it on my own, but I really enjoyed this. This is a great use of the set mechanic, and it's a really clever idea to have the pig pen hint at a 3x3 grid. That is really clever, right? And I also like how you have these reasonably easy clues to fill the grid, so it doesn't literally just give you the grid. That's cool too. And I love how they came up with symbols that are, not just the straight up symbols from set. They are novel symbols, and having colored dots around us is also a novel way of a novel criterion. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed the puzzle. I think it is a really, really good puzzle. And I will see you again next time when we tackle another KTANE Puzzle Plethora puzzle here at Timwe Presents.